your view, how would you really break down your approach to thinking about total workforce management in a way that I'm you're doing this, you're making it happen. It's not just something you're just theorizing about. How would you
Yeah.
break it down to people?
I thank you so much for that question. I am definitely an advocate for having a bias for action. Of course, once you've had some thoughtful time to research and collaborate, but there has to be time to act and move. And in my opinion, the first thing you need to do in assessing your total workforce strategy before you get to the management, what is your why? How are you using your workforce today? And of course, that even starts with understanding the work that needs to be done, because you need to look at that. Hopefully, that has evolved and updated over time. And if it hasn't, that's where you should start, right? Your business strategy is going to dictate the work that needs to be done and how you do it. And it better be technology enabled.
Yeah.
Once you rationalize the work, then you can start to look at what is my workforce today and how does it need to change. And in my simple approach right now, I'm saying there are three elements to your workforce. And this is not anything new. You've seen it in white papers from the big three firms and all of that. You have to consider your employee work portion of your workforce, the non-employer contract labor part of your workforce, and the technology that's almost a workforce by itself, or it should be. And under each of those three pillars, you have sub pillars to consider. So, for example, in the employee pillar, you have to think about the current composition of your workforce. What are the skills and roles in your workforce, and how does that need to uplift? What are the demographics of your workforce, both in work experience across a 30-year industrial career and where they're located? You have to look at all of those traditional demographics of your workforce with the added in skills, knowledge, experience, intelligence that's required of today's, skills transformation. Okay. Employee pillar. Non-employee contract labor pillar, you have this whole tapestry of what does contract labor look like, or what's available in the marketplace. If your company has only used staff aug, contingent staffing with some kind of bubble of SOW that you've never really looked at before, even within SOW, there are subsegments of contract labor. And as regional and global, worker labor laws change, there are new and innovative ways that we can structure workers in our environment to the benefit of our business needs. You have to be willing to look at that entire tapestry and determine for 2026 and onward what makes sense for where your organization is going. And then the third pillar is enabling technology as a workforce. But you can't do that if you haven't first rationalized the work and then rationalize the talent density of both your employee population and your non-employee population, because then you can better deploy the enabling technology.